I'm just gonna say something about follow along on our build out.
Oh, you're gonna record for real now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't figure out how to get the door handle up. Oh, wait, take it.
Alright, so it's day one of our build out. We've got a 2019 Mercedes Sprinter 144 high roof. It's a 6-cylinder turbo diesel. We're going to build this out over the next month or so. You can follow along. We're just going to do some videos on this as we build. Show people kind of what goes into one of these builds. We plan on doing 350 watts of solar on the roof, 200 amp hours of battle-born lithium batteries, awning, aluminum kitchen framing, aluminum upper cabinets. Over the last couple weeks I've been teaching myself how to weld aluminum. It's just such strong, light material. It would be nice to kind of start working with that. So yeah, you can follow along on this build. Should be interesting to see what we do with this thing. We rented out a shop here in Texas while we build these things out, so it's gonna get hot, but we got air conditioning. Hopefully you can hear us with that thing running, but follow along. So, taking these panels off so we could save them. We'll probably cover them when we go to build. Last time it was just a simple pull. Let me make sure it's the same on this. This one looks different.
It's also locked. I don't know if that makes a difference.
I think it does.
Not as simple. Don't break it.
No promises.
There you go. Problem solved.
That's better than last time.
We're also taking it off because we're going to put a Noiko in here and insulation. So there's no reason to leave these on and get scratched up.
Yeah. So that's piece one we just removed. Yeah.
Except for that one that I already took off, but whatever.
Give you a demonstration of how these little clips come out. The panel goes on here with these clips in there, and I'll show you how we take them out. Okay. So the clips have a flathead portion right there. And what you're going to do is you'll turn it 90 degrees, and you can see how it lifts up. This goes under there, and it pops out. You'll see how far it pops out, and then that will just pull out. Pro tip for you, for building a van out, get yourself a step. This is the 2-wheel drive van. Doesn't have tires on it yet, but that's 22 inches up. So stepping up and down 22 inches at least 300 times during your build out, your knees are gonna thank you for having a step. So that's a tip for you. So first step is gonna be putting down Noiko. So when you put down Noiko, first thing you're gonna do is want to clean the panels with acetone or degreaser, something just to get any of the dust and stuff off of it. This stuff does come on sheets. It is peelable and it's got a really sticky back on there. So what we do is we kind of do it in 2 parts. Christina will go in and lay out something to cut this stuff. So a board, a bunch of cardboard on the ground, and we'll go in there and start measuring our panels that we're gonna cover, and we'll show you some coverage of how much we cover. And then we cut it to the shape that we want, and then once it's clean, put it up there on the panel, and then we go over with a roller. Normally we have a sound deadening roller. It's like a heavy duty silicone. This one we got a little bit of a thicker, heavier one. We'll see how it works. And you roll it out. You can see the diamond pattern in it. And as you roll it out, that diamond pattern will start going away. You can kind of see how it's flattening out right there. That's what you're looking for. I'll show you in there. And that's how you know it's gotten rolled out enough. So yeah, I'll show you some of the Noiko installation. These are the tools you'll need. back just peels off. Usually I do about a quarter of it. Do it lined up. You don't need 100% coverage on the panels, just enough to really help sound in it. We don't even need this much, but I like to add a little extra on these. The roller's actually working okay. We had an actual sound deadener roller that we bought off Amazon last time, but we broke it, so I had to go get a floor roller from Lowe's. So that's with it. So you can tell already, that's a whole panel. So it's already starting to sound better. And then we'll cover every single one of these spots up. This is the factory stuff, which doesn't really help much. So we'll get to work. Alright, so I'm going to remove this front section here. Up here is very important to sound deaden and insulate, so definitely take the time to take this apart. There is these foam pieces which have to come out. These foam pieces have to come out on both sides. And then you're going to need a tool. This, you can kind of see it there, is a trim removal tool for automotive stuff. So you can remove the trim. You'll be popping it up there and popping it out. And then two big screws up here. That's going to come out with Allen key on that side, this side, and then they're under here as well. And this whole thing will come off. These are the first two that I took off. This screw here and the one over here as well. These will have to pop out. You'll see me take that apart here in just a second. There's a couple screws down there. This is the trim removal tool. You can get it from like any of the auto parts store, Harbor Freight. There's body clips here that this tool kind of goes around, and then you work your way in. You can expect to break at least one of these. I do every single time. But hey, I didn't break one. That's a first.
Yet.
Yes. So, all that stuff's out now. We might be able to get this thing out. So to get this piece off, there's a just kind of pry in and turn, and this whole thing will unclip from there. Just make sure you hold it, or the whole thing will fall. And then there's a quick disconnect here to disconnect these.
Bye!
Aha! Okay, now let's put it down so we don't break it. Be really careful around these side impact airbags. This clips up here, and that is just resting on these hooks. But the headliner's sitting in this track. So as you pull out, there's a lip up here as well that it's hooked on. You kind of have to work it over that and bring it up. Okay, now Christina will come in and roll it all. I'm going to add a couple more panels to the ceiling, and this part will be ready for installation tomorrow.